A bombshell piece of international news dropped today is Boris Johnson giving an interview and describing a phone call that he had early in the war with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Of course, Boris Johnson is no longer the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, resigning a little, uh, well, around 5 months ago, because of various internal scandals. He was facing a lot of trouble and opposition from even his third party, the government. His own party and the government was lapsing, so he has resigned, and now Rishi Sunak is the prime minister of the country. But going back in time, talking about a phone call that he had with Putin very early in the war, saying that Putin threatened him with a missile attack if the UK did took actions to help out Ukraine in the conflict, and Putin saying that, quote, it would only take a minute. This is all obviously not, none of it has been confirmed. This is all being reported by Boris Johnson in this latest um interview, saying that Putin said that after Johnson said the war would be, quote, another catastrophe. The Kremlin, which is Russia, is saying that this is a lie, as they continuously do. They always deny all of these accusations about threats or wrongdoing or anything. It's a playbook from Russia that we're very used to seeing by now. But this is really a significant story just in terms of the new inside information that we're getting on just how serious this conflict was early that we didn't really know about on, and how much trouble the UK and presumably other countries had to go through to give Ukraine the military aid that they so desperately needed. And it obviously, as this article says, we can't really know if this threat was a real threat or whether it was just hyperbolic intimidation by Putin. But as they analyze, but the analysis here is that Boris Johnson would have had to take it seriously because the consequences would have been so grave if Russia had actually launched some type of missile attack on the UK. Putin's spokesperson saying that it was either a deliberate falsehood or it was not a deliberate lie, and just a simply misunderstanding. Russia trying to make it as clear as possible that they did not threaten to uh use missiles, but at this point we don't know whether who's lying, but we can go off generally the fact that Russia's been pumping out propaganda for almost a year now about this war and making many mischaracterizations and absurd statements that have no connection to reality. It so it looks like we're going to have to trust Boris Johnson here and assume this conversation actually happened, and hopefully we'll be able to get the actual transcript of the phone call if it exists and hear for sure what was said. But this is a very important bombshell just because it gives us a broader context of early on in the war how Russia was trying to threaten the West from trying to help them stop Ukraine, and how serious that the world was from the standpoint of larger international conflict.